Welcome guys. In this video, I will show you how to properly set up your sensitivity settings. Setting up sensitivity is a bit complicated in this game since you have multiple different sensitivities. This video will help you understand each and every settings, and it will help you to find your optimal sensitivity for the best aim possible. And also, once you found your optimal sensitivity, it will be easier to control recoil. First, you have to select what type of overall sensitivity you like to use, whether you want to use low sensitivity or medium or high sensitivity. And then customize according to your like. Next thing is camera sensitivity, or also known as free look sensitivity. Just ignore this part or leave this box for a while. We will talk about this later in the video because this sensitivity doesn't really affect your gameplay. So the sensitivity which matters the most is the camera, which affects the sensitivity of the camera when the screen is swiped without firing. This is like general sensitivity. I have my third-person no-scope sensitivity set to 120, which is default settings. I would recommend setting it around 80 to 120, which is the most commonly used. You can actually go higher or lower, but it will be hard to control. Same thing goes for first-person no-scope. 80 to 120 is the most used sensitivity, and most people will feel comfortable in that range. Next thing I want to talk about is aim acceleration. If you don't know what is aim acceleration, it's basically same as mouse acceleration in PC games. Aim acceleration is a feature that increases your sensitivity automatically based on how fast you swipe the screen. The faster you swipe, the faster your crosshair moves. So for example, here I'm moving my finger slowly or swiping my screen slowly, and it covered almost 180 degrees. And now I will swipe super quick, it almost completes 360 degrees. Note that my thumb finger covers almost the same distance while swiping slowly and swiping quickly. You can also try it out yourself and learn about it. But the problem of aim acceleration is that you can disable it, which can harm your accuracy and muscle memory. So when switching between two different targets, sometimes your aim might not be good. It's because you're swiping too fast or too slow. It's not because of your sensitivity. Your sensitivity is totally fine. It's because of aim acceleration. Anyway, Pubg default sensitivity is almost perfect with few customizations. But I highly recommend not to change your sensitivity. If you do change it, then you have to relearn everything. And it takes a lot of time to create muscle memory, so don't change your sensitivity unless you really want to. You can always copy your favorite player sensitivity and customize it as per your like, but it takes some time to get used to new sensitivity. Now to the ADS sensitivity. This is basically recoil controlling sensitivity. You must have your third-person and first-person no-scope sensitivity is equal to the camera sensitivity, otherwise you might have some problems while hip firing. And to find your red dot sensitivity for recoil controlling, you have to do these following steps. First, find a target and shoot at it. If your shots hit perfectly on the target, then your sensitivity is perfect. But if your bullets are going above the target, then you need to increase your ADS sensitivity for red dot around 5 to 10%. And if your bullets go below the target, then you need to decrease your sensitivity around 5 to 10%. And repeat this process for each and every scope. But for higher scopes, you need to increase the target range. It will be harder to control the recoil. If your bullet's going upwards when spraying down, then simply increase your ADS sensitivity around 5 to 10%. It might be difficult in beginning to control recoil, but practice makes you perfect. And repeat this process for each and every scope. And now to the gyroscope sensitivity. Set everything to 300% sensitivity except 8x scope. If you don't know what is gyroscope, I made a full guide on that, check that out. Using gyroscope will give you great accuracy because gyroscope doesn't have any aim acceleration for now. So you can aim more precisely. You just need to tilt your phone left and right to move your crosshair. It's more accurate than using thumbs, but it takes some time to learn, and you need to create muscle memory. And you also need to practice with each and every scope. Tilt left and right to change between targets. It takes some time to figure out how much you need to tilt to land exactly on the target. Spend at least 10 to 20 minutes practicing this every day until you think you learned it. It takes some time to master it. You can't learn everything in just overnight. It might take few weeks in my experience. And practice with each and every scope that is available in this game, including iron sight. You can also use gyroscope to control recoil, which is a lot accurate and easier in my opinion. To control the recoil, you just need to tilt down your phone in this way. Push a bit backwards and tilt down. It takes a lot of time to learn how much exactly you need to pull down, but with some practice you can control recoil at any range. I highly recommend to learn gyroscope, it's really effective in this game. It drastically improves your recoil controlling as well as your aim. There is a reason why I use 300% sensitivity for gyroscope. It will give me ability to control recoil of any weapon with any scope. You can decrease the sensitivity by 50% or even 100% if you don't want to use high gyro sensitivity. You can still control the weapon with 250% gyro sensitivity, but you need to drag down your phone a lot quicker. But you might be wondering, how can you snipe with 300% gyro sensitivity? Well, you need to have separate gyro sensitivity for sniping as well as for spraying. Whenever you want to snipe, change your gyro sensitivity to sniping. This is my sniping sensitivity. And switch it back to normal when you're done sniping. It might look difficult, but you will get used to this method. And now the camera sensitivity, or also known as free look sensitivity. This is basically the eye thing, or whatever you call this. This will help you to look for enemies while parachuting and also in many more situations. Just leave this as a default sensitivity, don't change unless you really want to. So now the training process, spend as much time as you can in training grounds and in other practicing modes, because this will help you learn a lot faster. I wouldn't really recommend playing classic matches because when learning something new, you will find it hard and uncomfortable with few settings. So you need to be patient and start practicing in training modes, because the more you practice the faster you're gonna learn it. But I'm 100% sure it won't take longer than 1 week if you practice at least 1 hour every day. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. I hope you learned something new. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe for more upcoming content like these. And enjoy my bot gameplay. See you guys in the next video.
Devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang bang, got my hand, call 911.
girls with their nails done now.